But here we are. Good morning. I believe I've figured it out. Anyway, welcome to the Tavern League, where we play Dungeons and Dragons using Fantasy Grounds Unity. This is a playthrough of the Scales of War adventure path set in 4th edition Dungeons and Dragons. Go on and pour up a mug of your favorite mead and grab a seat. The sneaky paladin is filling up quickly with adventurers waiting to hear the latest tale. Remember, you can drink. Take care not to drink too much, for the paladin is always watching. This is the Tavern League.
And they are back.
Hello?
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Good morning, guys. And girls. Can you hear me alright?
Yeah, I think there's a bunch of music in your background because I turned down the Bard one. Never mind. It's still there, but it's less.
The bard music is coming through your audio, Ryan, also.
Mm-hmm. Because I turned the Bard music all the way down.
Yeah.
I say it did get louder when you
I don't
joined
know,
us.
but we're getting the bard on echo.
No.
On this week's episode of How Did We Break Discord?
The previous episode was my laptop just completely shit on me.
This is frustrating.
We love technical difficulties.
They only play through when I talk.
Just turn off the bard.
Does it play through only when I talk?
No, it's a constant playthrough. So it's playing it right now even though you're not talking.
I figured out why. Working now, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
What did you do?
What'd you do?
On my audio mixer, I have a second laptop that it is.
Oh.
Okay, so I think we're good.
Sweet.
Sorry about that.
You're forgiven.
Good. Right. So here we are in Baldur's Gate. Today, we are following the story of the companions further. They are. We will start with Freddy.
Hello, I'm Sauerkraut, and I play Freddie Bloomington, half-elf bard from the College of Lore. Happy-go-lucky, jack of all trades who's out for redemption to gain fame and glory so that he may eventually return to his homeland.
Hello. I'm Otto, and I play Hawkeye. She is a wild hunt shifter, and she's a druid of the Circle of the Stars, I believe I chose. So although she loves animals and like going on this journey with her companions, she is like, how do I explain this? Although she loves animals, she's actually kind of leaning towards liking some of her companions. But don't tell them because that would be bad.
I'm John, and I'm playing Knock Bravelskin. He's a half-orc that was adopted and raised by the Bravelskin family of orc miners. I'm a Path of the Beast barbarian, and currently working on why, when he gets mad, he gets claws and tries to kill pieces.
Push button when speaking. Hello, everyone. I am the old jarhead. My character is Ondar Stillhawk, a human paladin of Torm. He has taken the Oath of the Crown. Ondar is from Tether and was previously a squire to his maternal grandsire, Sir Onridthon, who was a member of the Loyal Order of Innocence, which is a Tetherian order of knights sanctioned by the Crown.
My name is Nicole Oldenburg, and I play Ireva Galanadel, a wood elf ranger of the Horizon Walker subclass. Born and raised and spending all of her life until now in a remote northern forest. She's far more comfortable in a forest than in a city, and though she would be loath to admit it, is extremely thankful for her companions as her journey that she has been sent on from her people to stop the threat of the cult has led her to cities a few times already.
Awesome. Thank you so much, people. I always have to burp when I'm on stream. It just I I don't know what it is. Thank you so much for those introductions. So here we are, last time, finally making it to Baldur's Gate. Getting on the docks off of the boat, we found out that, hey, horses aren't allowed within the city. Pretty weird. They can get through the city streets pretty easily. Going outside of the city gates to stable a horse, you found out that there is no road that circumvents the city, that horses, along with dogs, wagons, and pack animals are not allowed in the city because the streets are far too narrow and much too slippery from the constant rains. They actually pose quite a danger. So you skirted around, taking a little bit longer to get around the city walls. The other side, where you found Blackgate and Ekin Celeban, who owns his own wagon and freight equipage business, where he sells wares out of his yard for the trek north. What happens is porters will take the cargo and the crates and the barrels and stuff from one gate through the city on foot to the other side. He often sells the equipage that merchants can use to transport that further north. So you found out that it's pretty common for all the merchants to sell at one gate, buy up at the same gate to trek the other way south. They buy at the gate and go sell to the north. They sell their wares and then pick up, travel northward. This is kind of the line where trade doesn't cross through. Though it is not unheard of for merchants and tradesmen to travel further to go through the city themselves, it is more rare often. I do think that if you kept an eye out for people trying to port their goods through the city themselves or any mass shipment, you might be able to find alt wagons through when they arrive. As the plan right now, as you are sitting on your beds in the morning at the wet dawn. Before any further, let's roll for his. So Freddy had it last. We have Ireva. Hear me?
I
Oh, yeah.
did.
All right. Stunned silence.
She's just so enthusiastic about this role.
Yeah,
She is
you didn't
speechless.
hear me. You didn't hear me go. God damn it.
All right, so take some notes. I'm also getting quite caught up in all my videos. If you haven't noticed, powering them out there, so you can watch those once I'm done to get your synopsis. Plan is to try to get the videos done before the end of the week. Either way, take some good notes. Forward to read synopsis.
I will do my best, I promise.
With that, we may begin. You all wake up. Morning. You heroes wake up from restful slumber to the noises of morning trade and preparation. The choked streets are rife with movement. Shop owners are on their way to whatever business they must tend to before shop. Cooks preparing ingredients and laborers traveling to their areas. Baldur's Gate is alive and bustling. League's business, however, is more droll as of their current affairs. With nothing in particular to do and no immediate threat or danger to thwart, they wake and sit with twiddling thumbs to figure out what to do until the cult. So they travel through the city, learning of its structure and organization. Wet Dog sits within the wealthier district, split into three between the upper city, in which they reside, where the wealthy elite purvey their influence, along with hosting the city's marketplace called the One. The lower city, where the merchants live and do their business surrounding the harbor, and the outer city, which houses the laborers outside the walls in some clean and more squalid buildings, if you can call them. This is also where you can find Black neighborhood of the outer city, which serves as a sort of holding area for merchants, tradesmen to sell their wares and find trade routes through the city after being forced to stable their horses and pack it. This is where Akin Celebon runs his business, selling and organizing freight equipage for travel out of Baldur's Gate north. This is also where you tend to keep your ears and eyes focused, for Akin has agreed to assist you in your quest. And some of his contacts are keeping an eye on the trade within Baldur's Gate to spot out any queer mass movement of goods through the city, any tradesmen that transport their goods themselves instead of hiring hoarders, and those that continue their travels from Southgate to Northgate instead of selling and buying new wares at the southern gate. It is certain the cult would not willingly part from their core. And so you watch and wait. Days go by with nothing particularly exciting besides the general hubbub of city life. So we have Freddy performing constantly at the bars. He actually likes the city life, plying his trade. Getting quite the name and reputation for looking always for the more refined stuff, of course, to get more coin. Ondar done some investigative work, searching for a customs of sorts. He has found. Give you that information. He has also been kindly and patiently helping Noct with his new responsibilities, you could say. Waking him up at midnight, prayer, all other times of the day. Though it has been very difficult for Noct, sometimes hearing more snoring than praying. He is going along with it. Well, Hawkeye, ever the druid, is traveling through the city, kind of just seeing what it's all about. Though she is somewhat uncomfortable within the walls, choking walls of civilization, she finds quite a few animal friends. Tends to wander off away from people, talking to the birds and rats and the other animals. Ureva has a lot of discomfort in this city, longing for the woods and wilderness, but understanding that she needs to deal with this for the time being. There is a greater threat. Spending time walking silently through the streets, attempting to eavesdrop for any piece of info that she may be able to. Ureva, like you,
Investigation.
yeah, do an investigation. 4th edition, it's literally called Streetwise.
Oh yeah, that was okay. Could I get that during like a fight sometime?
I think it'll stand for.
Like I'm not mad, but
There you go. First roll of the day is a natty 20.
She was just mad that she got historian, so she rolled out a crit.
Well, besides the lashings, you know, the taxes and well, other than that, they're actually really nice people.
How do I whisper just at you in here?
You can do a \W space then DM.
GM.
DM.
That's first, so we don't see what you're doing.
DM or GM?
DM.
GM, yeah.
I
Like
think it
that?
should be G. Yep. There we go. Backwards
That work?
slash.
Or other
Okay.
backslash?
Yep.
Other backslash.
Oh, so forward slash.
This one. Yeah.
I thought that slash. It's
I don't know.
it's the slash that goes from bottom left to top. There you go. That
Yeah.
Got her. Alright, thanks, guys.
All right. There you have your. So 6 days after your arrival, everybody to make me a charisma check.
Can I guess guidance on people before they do, or no?
Everybody's making it at one time, so you would be able to
Oh.
make guidance, but it's right as you're waking.
Oh, can I do guidance on myself then?
Sure.
Okay.
Have you any idea?
I think I did that right.
You gotta hit the second button. Self.
Oh. Oops.
That's the one that actually.
So,
You can click and drag the second button.
oh, I get it. I don't have a map up. Is there a map up?
Oh. Try to get in the habit of right away when you get in to double click on your token. We'll have your gun.
Oh, okay. And then... That's where we are, okay. And then you should drag the second one on myself.
There you go. And when you make the check, it will add that.
Alright. And then I just roll the just basic charisma stat, right?
Yes. That was a save.
Oh.
The abilities are on the left and the.
Oh, I see. Why didn't that one show?
Did you double click the charisma?
Oh yeah, I dragged it over and rolled. I got a 15, but it didn't show up.
There we
Oh,
go.
now it shows up.
Okay. Hawkeye. One such day, you awake in quite the sour mood. Maybe it's the boredom, the lack of current purpose, impatience, or the thousand millions of other things agitating you and occupying your mind. But you find it particularly difficult this morning to hide your agitation. Nonetheless, you go about your day as normal, patrolling the streets and keeping both an eye and ear out for the signs of the presence within the city walls. The choked streets seem especially congested with traffic today. You are finding it very difficult to walk without having to duck, weave, dodge to and fro. Make me a charisma save. We will actually have walking through the steeps. Okay.
Oh, I
Have
see.
you right there.
Okay.
You have gone about your day just like normal as you have, kind of walking through the streets, getting to an area that you like to hang out in. Early morning. As you are walking, with all the people running to and fro, with hardly any room to maneuver, they are you find yourself having to duck and weave throughout traffic. You don't speak it out loud, but the day's events are already beginning to get to you, and the crawling sensation begins to travel up your spine. You know you just cannot take much more or longer of this crowd. Top.
Yeah.
Up ahead, you know, is the Smilin' Boar, recently turned a favorite venue of yours. Gentha Alinamuch, recent proprietor of the establishment, halfling female strongheart, tugs at your better emotions. With sights set ahead, you stride with purpose towards the boar sign. But with your eyes turned upwards, you're finding it hard to travel easily throughout the crowd. Go ahead and begin to make your way forward.
Accidentally trip somebody with her staff to try to get people out of the way, or like use the staff to try to maneuver the crowd.
All right, go ahead and make me a regular attack. You don't have.
Don't
And
tell my
make
secrets.
a quarterstaff one.
I think I'll make
Okay.
All right, with your staff, you begin to kind of put it forward in front of you, end up parting the crowd so that they won't trip on it. Two of them get smacked in the shins, and they don't appreciate it, but you are actually able to make your way a little faster. Please continue on your way.
She'll grumpily walk forward still.
Stop right there, please. As you are trudging ahead, eager to get to the Smiling Boar and have a mug of the tea that you have grown to fondly like, you miss the puddle of filth just before you. Your next step end up jarring in the hole up to your boot, filling it with unimaginable filth. Please roll me another charisma check. This one will be with a -2 with disadvantage.
And then I can't cast guidance on myself.
You would still have the effects.
Or can I still?
You would not.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm not as really as
So you use your D4 roll.
many people here.
Mm-hmm.
You would have to Yeah, I'll allow it. Go ahead.
And then you said charisma, correct?
Yes. So, first of all, on the bottom left, there's that modifier in the ADVDIS.
Oh, okay.
Yep, click the DIS because that gives you disadvantage. And then the modifier will be
And then
in...
you said -2 as well?
Correct.
Okay. Oops.
That is a charisma save.
I'm saving?
Yes.
Okay.
You
Yikes.
shout a curse word at the world and the filthy people of this city. Who the fuck leaves a pool of shit and who knows what else in the streets? To be out and away from this place is primary on your list. Away from the people showing the absolute worst of humanity. Just as you lift your leg up and attempt to wipe off some of the muck, a rough body crashes into your side and nearly knocks you back off your feet. Please roll me a strength check, accompanied with another charisma check. For the strength first. Strength check. Here you go. Right, now make me a charisma check with -2 and disadvantage.
Oops. I'll get that now.
Or I should say charisma save.
Oops.
Alright. You manage to keep your footing, steadying yourself from the small blow, but the anger rises in your stomach, filling you with all the irritations of this day's series of events. You simply will not stand for this. Looking up now, your eyes set on the figure jostled the same from the crash of bike. Without thinking, you feel a supreme urge to strike it. Teach this person a lesson in consideration towards its fellow man. A concussive fist blow to the body would send the figure to the cobblestone pavement and surely cause it to think better about moving within a crowd. Do you do so?
Yeah, why not?
Alright, as you strike the creature, you see the young face of an apprenticed boy. Your fist lands solidly on his face and you hear the crunch clearly as his wail of plaint. Now you stand above his shaking form on the ground, sobbing. In the same moment, you feel a weight lifting from your spirit, almost like shadowy tendrils of insidious bearing having receding from your thoughts. The irritation is still there, but it's not nearly as consuming as before. You suddenly become awash in shame, confused at this turmoil of your emotions and unsure as to exactly what or where they came from. You walk with trepidation and lost focus, wondering for the rest of the day. So we return.
Can I talk to them or no?
We will end that scene, and you can actually meet with the rest of the players. Tavern once again, as it has turned to night.
Okay.
You're back on.
The whole way there, I just like pretty much curse under my breath, saying like how people are stupid and stuff.
The rest of you getting down, ready for the night to end. One more boring day in this city without finding much information of anything as to where the cult is. You see Hawkeye come in with a dirty boot, who knows what, just looking grumpy as hell.
Why the angry eyes, Hawkeye?
Don't talk to me.
Very well.
Enough
Blessing
of people
form
shit
upon
today.
you all.
Like, who shits in the middle of the road? Simply walking to go to a place and everyone is in my way and people are just irritating me, and then I stepped in whatever the fuck this is.
Just remember
And then
one
I
of the
punched
things
it.
that Torm has taught us. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. Everything else doesn't matter.
Now I'm just angry. I even punched somebody.
Did it help?
Kinda. Yes, but I mean, I feel bad for hurting them, but like, nice to hit something.
Some small manner of pleasure gained from inflicting pain upon another for no reason.
That's nonsense.
Well, that is what you just said.
No pain, no gain.
That doesn't work when you cause pain to others. It's pain upon yourself that provides the gain.
I don't know them. They don't me one way or another, so why should I care?
That speaks volumes of yourself.
This is why I like animals more than humans. People in general. But it is unlike me to to lash out. I don't know why I do that. But there was some kind of outside influence of it, but I don't know why.
She did not sleep well.
Maybe, I don't know.
Is your bed uncomfortable?
It's not like me to lash out in violence, but people are so irritating. Where's Greg? Talk to Greg. Ureva, are you hiding Greg?
We can't hear you talking.
Oh, I pulled an Ondar. Sorry.
I was just like, apparently she did take Greg.
I look up with shock and a little bit of betrayal and go, hide Greg? I can't believe you'd accuse me of that. Besides, that creature has a mind all of his own. I would never try and hide him.
Where's Greg?
Greg
Ureva begins to joins Hawkeye in looking around for Greg, aware that her companion is in an abnormally foul mood and is looking for comfort in their friend.
I try to whistle for Greg.
As you whistle, there is some pitter-pattering on the windowsill your room.
Why are you on the window?
Shutters
say
are,
open
the shutters are closed.
the
Oh,
window.
yep. Okay, so you open it
Oh.
and you see Craig sitting perched there.
You little. I hold out my finger for Greg to get back on my finger. Don't
Hops.
scare me like that again.
He flaps and hops up on your finger. A welcoming sight,
Found him.
feeling to be.
Oh, you found Greg. Good. Well, then I suppose we can move on from accusing people of things that we should know they would never do.
Listen here. I've had a bad day. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry.
And Greg shits on you.
It is a bird. They just do it.
I
Erava's
feel like I need an upgrade.
Erava is summoning all of the empathy she is possibly capable of and is concerned at the abnormal, accusation and reactions of her companion and asks, do you mind if I say hello to Greg with you and express my concerns for his having been absent?
I cock an eyebrow since I've been frustrated all day, but yeah, I guess you can. And then I hold my finger out to like Urava's hand or something, so Greg could go on Urava.
So Erava just spends some time with Hawkeye, just making sure, kind of keeping an eye, making sure that everything's okay and letting her know that it's okay.
Right, and so the rest of the night dwindles down much like before, with you each coming to bed, and Hawkeye and Erava talking amongst each other, enjoying the companionship in West City. We will cut sleeping. Get another long rest. And we wake up little more than a 10-day after first setting foot upon the river docks. You are each walking through the city just like before, but today is a little different. Today is raining quite heavily.
Yes!
And I would like all of you to kind of position yourself in the city walls, wherever you wish.
I'll be with Urava, so.
Wherever you want to be, like Heapside, Eastway, the Steeps, Boom Ridge, anything like that. Go ahead and position yourselves.
Well, other than that, they're actually really nice people.
Urava, where are you going?
I'm trying to work that out.
I could show you where I was yesterday.
Say, Ray says, I'd like to do some further, observing of the city. And is everyone like right now currently together? Like we start off the morning, and then go our own ways.
So yeah, you would have woken up and started off the morning together, but each gone your separate ways, or if you are together, however you wish. You can certainly have made that decision.
Okay.
Right now, I just need your positions anywhere in the cities. Start this.
Okay, what I want to do is like when we wake up in the morning, I wanted to share some information with the group. Am I able to just do that right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so before everyone, Hawkeye and I wake up in the room and I say, hey, like, there's some information that I want to go over with everyone. Do you want to go over to the other room with me? I want to just have everyone together to talk.
All right,
This
everybody.
talk sounds scary, but
Everybody
yeah, I'll
is
go.
in the same room as you now.
Perfect. I wanted to update you all before we move on with today's activities, whatever we may do. As you know, I've been keeping my ears to the wall as we've been here the last few days. I haven't heard anything about the cult, but there is some concerning gossip that I have overheard. Just gossip and chatter about certain goods and the movement of certain goods through the city being masked for clients. I haven't been able to get any more information. I don't know what the goods are. I don't know who this client is, but it has come up a noticeable amount for me. And I just wanted you to all be aware of it. Whatever you choose to do with that information, that's fine. I'm going to try to get more information if possible.
I'll go
Yeah,
with
well,
you.
Your Honor will say, I have been attempting to gain the confidence of the customs official at the far gate, the Spillage gate. And as far as I can tell, this dreadful city, which is full of evil and I shouldn't put it that way. It is a deceitful town, and there's much shady dealing. So someone wishing to conceal their goods would be, with enough coin, could do so quite easily.
Yes, it does make sense.
Maybe
Why cities are a despicable place to be.
maybe I could talk to Greg to see if he could fly above the town. Around, because I can't fly. But having a bird's eye view over it.
So, what Ureva heard was that someone is trying to hide their stuff, or they've succeeded in hiding.
They are attempting.
Yes.
There's gossip about a specific client that only a very few, I guess you could call them privileged individuals, know about ahead of time, where the plan is to move their goods through the city as quickly as possible. And to avert as much suspicion as possible.
I am going to go speak with Akin and see if he has any further details of this. He seems to have his ear to the ground in this town.
Atkins Yard. Right there within Blackgate, right above the Black Dragon Gate.
Great, but we should probably try to go to Smiling Boar again. Because I stepped in some poo over there. But if if people, like, horses aren't allowed in the city, then why would there be poo, like a big pile of poo in the street?
You don't want the answer to that
Yeah,
question.
that is the $1 million question.
Just imagine the smile that Knox would leave had he decided to defecate in the street.
I look at Hawkeye. I say, I think we might prefer to avoid a repeat of your evening. In fact, I do plan on heading over in the area of temples. if you would like to join me for the day, your and Greg's company would not be despised.
So just for a note, that would have been 7 days ago. That particular event.
Okay. Then I'll just rephrase it to I don't think either of us wish to repeat your experience the other night.
Really hang on to that crutch. Turn
Yeah,
this
I'm still-
into the ground over it.
I would have invited
Okay.
Knox and whoever else to come along with him to speak to Action Head if they would.
Well, I want to go look at this place.
So I'm gonna go with Ureva.
I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna go check that out. So see you guys.
This is me.
And I just wander off. I'll wonder because it sounds cool.
You're kind of quiet.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
You're like there's some distance between you and your
Yeah.
mic.
Sounds like you're speaking further away from you.
Hang on.
Okay, that'll do it.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
There
Vive
we
is
go.
plugged in, and I just realized it's been using that. That would probably explain
Ah.
why I've been not talking. I mean, I've been sneezing, so I was muted a lot of that. But
All right, Freddy, where are you at?
While I was at the meeting, and this sounds like the reason that we came here for, you know, but potentially help us moving through this town. So I'd like to hijinks. Just then, we'll go with to meet the customs official.
Are you using voice activity?
He's using
I
bad
did.
Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay,
So
gotcha.
Was I cutting
You're
out
kinda-
a lot?
Yeah, you're cutting out. I got that. So you're going with Ondar?
Yeah, unfortunately, where he's staying right
Yes.
now, the Wi-Fi gets a bit rough. All right, so after a brief discussion with Hawkeye, Ureva and Hawkeye are actually going to join Ondar as well.
And Greg.
So, where on the map is Ondar?
Ondar
Just
is.
by
above
the word Black Gate.
Dragon Gate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Black Dragon.
Oh, there's a green pin up
Yeah.
there now. There. That's
Oh,
cool.
perfect. Okay, so we're gonna
He's
join
so
him.
little. He's so tiny.
Yes, I found.
I mean, you say that, but consider the size of those buildings. He's giant.
the.
That's what she said.
Never. My
Right.
fault.
Apparently, I'm not moving my token very well today. Sorry, guys.
So, just before midday, Noct, as you are traveling to this high house of wonders that you have heard about, a palanquin is spotted traveling through one of the main porter routes through the city. Though it is not unheard of for a palanquin to be traveling by way of a main road in sight of the rabble, it is curious that this one be traveling so close to morning, and that is traveling towards the west in the wealthier district instead of away. With a large promenade of guard that isn't typical of the usual employment to doubt. And I wrote that weird. With a large promenade of guard that is not typical of the usual employment, such as the Flaming Fist not being among them, nor any personal escort usually hired by the wealthy elite. To all of the common city dwellers, it is just another noble moving about the city above their heads and no concern of theirs. But you see reason to be alerted to its presence. Please make me a perception.
Cast guidance on. Is Noct with us or no?
No, he is
No,
not.
I went to go see some cool shit.
Oh.
Y'all went to go do some.
Oh,
nerd
never mind.
stuff.
Then I can't.
Alright.
16.
A closer inspection of the palanquin reveals within a scaled humanoid of blackest hue, with a horned head lounging upon a few pillows but nonetheless garbed in traveling leathers and clothes. You also notice an alarming color, purple. It stands out in stark contrast against the figure's scaly hide through a parted curtain for only just a moment. What is this spectacle? And just as you are noticing this, it is trailing away in the crowd towards the west gate. Black Dragon Gate.
I look down at my feet. I just wanted to see the damn wonders. And then make that quiet. And then I take off. Not like sprinting takeoff, but I abandon my good day at the Hall of Wonders that I was really looking forward to follow this guy from a discreet distance.
The clamor of hammer and saw dissipates behind you as you are trailing after this palanquin. Makes quick travel, walking forward at a fast pace through the parting crowd before them, quite inconspicuous. Go ahead and make me an insight roll.
Not my strong suit. Aw, it would look like an 18, but it was wedged in a corner, so it chose 2.
All right. Go to the others at Akin's Yard.
Oh.
Get this set up.
Well, besides the lashings, the taxes, and well, other than that, that's it.
All right. Go ahead. You may enter the yard. The entrance is right. Ondar, upon entering the gate, you see Akin talking with a richly dressed dwarf. Slightly angrier tones. It seems they are arguing or haggling.
I will not wish to interfere with his business matters, but I will keep an eye to make sure that there is no let's say unwarranted affections of any type.
From the dwarf or whatever?
Right. I mean, Akin is kind of a contact, so I'm going to make sure that no one does him harm. We'll wander closer.
Right, roll me an insight check.
I'll do guidance on Ondar. Because I can see him. I have to scroll up to it again.
All right, Andar, you get the sense that they are just haggling, and that Akin is having a tough time with this dwarf because the dwarf has some certain expectations that certainly cannot be fulfilled, and certainly not for the amount of coin that he is expecting to pay. There is no danger or hostility.
Okay. So, I mean, I'm not trying to eavesdrop on him because his business is his business, but I will wait, wait my turn in line, I guess, or our turn in line.
Right. No, that's too much. Ain't gonna pay that. Master Dwarf. It's just, price is too high. These are mutually agreed upon between many. I'll do it myself. No worries, I got it. And the dwarf kind of turns curtly over to a wagon, all of his wares. Akin shakes his head and then just turns around to go back to his business, but then he sees you on them. Master Paladin, what brings you here this morning? For this midday?
My companions and I have heard some rumors recently concerning someone perhaps attempting to transport their goods through town unfiltered by legal constraints.
Nothing too unheard of, I'm sure.
Well, this is the exact type of thing that we should keep our ear to the ground about. I'm sure these, looks around, make sure no one's eavesdropping on them. These cultists that are what they're transporting is ill-gotten gains. They would not want a city official or reporter to gaze upon these things.
He has a sly smile on his face and he says, my apologies, I don't mean to seem this way. It's just that sort of thing happens around here quite a lot more than we would all like to admit. But rest assured, anything that passes through the Black Gate I am aware of. I have not heard anything particularly concerning myself, but then again, my business is done at Blackgate, and that's pretty much where it ends. If they are coming through, I will certainly see them and know about them, and I plan to send you a calling card if ever I was to see or witness anything concerning. And then at this time, actually see the palanquin come from the west. Freddy, Hawkeye, and Ireva, you would be able to see this palanquin from a distance coming up. Say
what
anything.
Is this word? Palanquin?
Palanquin, that's like a...
It's like a rickshaw, but no wheels, just more people.
Yeah, so like rich people sit on that bed that people take through the city. And this is kind of an odd sight. Like, what is a noble doing coming out of the city to this this equipage yard?
I
tap you. Oh, never mind.
And point, like I pull up my hand like to my thumb like back behind me to the right.
Yeah, I was gonna say I tap Ureva on the shoulder and like try to hint to look over the direction.
And I make it clear. That I was Ondar.
We didn't catch that.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hear you right now.
We didn't hear you after make it clear.
Okay. So I call like to obvious intention of Ondar, and then point with my thumb like held to my chest, like back behind me to the right.
I will look.
Andar, you also see this palanquin, as well as Akin. Akin's body language is one of surprise and uncertainty.
Is that normal, Akin?
No. Excuse me, master. I should go see to this. And he begins to make his way on unsteady feet to see the palanquin. And he looks super duper respectful, as though he is talking with a city official. He is stopped short. Say this is the palanquin. He is stopped short, and one of the attendants, or the many guards around the palanquin, addresses him. And they speak in certain tones. After a few minutes, of talk, the palanquin is removed back with its retinue. Akin comes back. He looks over his shoulder. See the palanquin kind of leaving, go wherever. And then he comes back to your group, and then inconspicuously tries to walk forward with a gesture for you to follow him, so that it would not be seen.
I put my hands in my pockets and start.
Look at the dwarf to see if the dwarf's paying any attention to this.
The dwarf is not. He's inspecting his goods right.
Chink, 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 chink.
Oh yeah, he's one of them
chink,
guys.
Chink, 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 chink.
All right, not at this time. You would have seen.
Go into the building and try to see which way he went.
You would have seen. You would have been following him close enough to go into that little side room. And not.
Eureka glances quickly back at the palanquin, making sure that it's still back there, and then quickly follows after.
The
Actually
palanquin.
stay up there and like nonchalantly stay, look. Palanquin.
The palanquin has gone. It has left the area and actually gone further north, away from Baldur's Gate. And Nox, you would have seen the palanquin coming to Akin Celeban's yard, and so you, after some time of waiting, have the chance to either follow it or join in on the yard.
Well, I don't know about the other, so yeah, I'm gonna keep following it.
Okay.
That's been my current goal. I gave up House of Wonders for this.
All right. Understood. Hawkeye, are you moving in or what's going on?
Yeah, I'll go with not actually.
You would not have seen
They
that.
got. Oh, then yeah, I'll go with the other people.
Okay. So Akin goes into a little side room where you see
Small shrine to Tiamat and
And just all the knives.
oh, you see a study, an office where there is a nice desk with papers covering it, charters and inventories and all sorts of things, pens, quills, and ink. A bookshelf covered with an assortment of books and ledgers and everything like that. And he stands upright, leaning on the desk with both arms straight, kind of in a stressful way. He looks behind to see you entering the room, Ondar. He says, well, I think the day has come. I think that was them. I was not able to see the figure within that palanquin, but they were asking for an odd thing.
I will like hold up a hand, like hold 1 minute, and look back to see if my companions are gone.
You see Freddy enter the room.
That seemed mighty suspicious.
It.
I would say so.
So what day is it? You say the day has arrived. What day do you mean?
I believe that was what you have been seeking. Excuse me, I don't wish to speak in too obvious of words, but they asked
Why
for...
Are we not alone?
You never know. This city has ears everywhere. But regardless, that attendant just asked me to purchase 5 wagons for a journey north to Waterdeep, and that they would be coming with a large shipment of crates and barrels of their wares. And they wish to be on their way as soon as possible, and I brokered a deal.
But they would not tell you what the wares were.
No, usually I don't pry too much if they're not willingly giving the information. I just deal in the wagons and I sell the supplies. I don't typically need to know what's in them.
But previously you had said that you purchased... Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
That's fine, Freddy asked your question. That's cool.
Apologize.
Yeah, no.
Do they need any guard? Or do you normally supply guards with so many ways?
I just run the equipage. Merchants come and they bring their wagons, and if they have no need of them, I purchase them, and some of the horses and the bridlery and that, and then for the other merchants on their treks north, I sell it.
I see.
So if they purchase 5 wagons and they are traveling north, would anybody be joining along with them? Would this be an organized caravan? Would there be other merchants traveling with them? Could you arrange that?
Certainly. There are actually some here right now. You seem to have come at a most opportune time. Baldur's Gate happens a little differently than in some other cities. Other cities might charter their own guards and mercenaries and protection, but every merchant hires independently here. There's a caravan amassing right now that I would wager my entire business that they are joining.
And this current caravan is traveling to...
Waterdeep.
Well, I'll look at Freddy and go, we must offer our services to this other caravan to keep an eye on these 5 wagons.
Yep. Yes, and hopefully we can find someone amenable to our group.
Well, if we have to hire out separately to different merchants, having been a caravan guard, the guards typically consort with each other at rest stops and whatnot, the KOA campgrounds that are along the way, that kind of thing.
Yes, it's not ideal, but if we require that situation, I suppose it could work.
The fact that we have our own mounts will be a boon to us, trust me.
Oh, I bet.
That will make our employment cheaper, yes. I would suggest that we do not ask for too low of a price, otherwise someone may get suspicious.
Correct.
Worst case, we just ask to pay for travel to, if no one is hiring, we can always purchase a ride, I would think.
Certainly, can respond. It says, all the merchants typically hire 2 to 3 guards for their own wares. It's commonly believed that if all the merchants hire some protection, the caravan itself is protected as a whole. Even if you don't get hired on as guards, they will take some followers. You never know what's going to happen on the road. Guards may end up fighting off more than they can chew and dying, and they will need replacement. I know 3 are here right now, but otherwise the caravan is amassing just outside the Black Gate right now.
How long do we have before the
No.
merchandise that? How long did they give you to get 5 wagons ready for travel?
That'll take a. And he thinks in his head a little bit. Maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours.
We have to find Knot. I'll say that to Freddy. We
don't
must
have
find
much
Knot.
time to waste then. Yeah. Well, let's
Perhaps,
go.
perhaps
So how
Ureva
about-
could find Knot.
Say
She
you,
seems
you
to be
say you find us. Yeah, say you find us some employment. I'll go with you, Raven, and try and find Knock. 2 birds, 1 stone.
I pipe up a second. I was like, I still have Greg. Maybe, I mean, he knows what Noct looks like. Maybe Greg could, like, fly to see Noct and come back. I don't know if it's smart enough, but hey,
Your
it's an
faith in that
idea.
bird is unshakable. If you think it'll work, I say in a very suspicious tone.
I don't know if it'll work, but it's a thought, and we need to find him fast. So,
Well, perhaps we can let Greg take a look, but also put in our own efforts at the same time.
Yes, I think that would be wise.
I'll like speak to Greg with my druidic to see if he could try to find Noct, big grumpy man.
Didn't he say he was going to the school of wizards or something?
Yes, he grumbled something
House of
about wanting to
Wonders.
see something, and I believe it was in that order. We might want to check there first.
No, absolutely not. Well, other than that, they're really nice people.
Akin speaks up now. It's like, well, I do have some business to attend to. I wish you well, and the best on your luck. The world
Could
needs.
Could you introduce us to the merchants needing guard?
Certainly. Follow me.
I'm okay with that, man. You getting us some jobs?
Yes.
Fine. Alright. Well, you're able to, Hawkeye, if you're gonna come along. Oh. And head off in search of the Temple of Wonder, or House of Wonder, or whatever the heck it was.
I'll go with Freddy also, like sending Greg if he can find anything.
Alright, so we will cut back to Ott. Noct, you are at the Black Dragon Gate again. Your token on the map. Yep.
No. Go ahead. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Okay. You follow at a safe distance the palanquin heading this way. Please make me a stealth check with a +5, as it's easy to get lost.
Then we'll make that
Got
a
an 18.
18.
Right. Palanquin actually goes to the Garenmore stables. This just so happens to be where you each were able to stable your horses.
I think I'll make an exception.
Okay. I think Then probably just kind of, again, trying to blend in with normal folk, but keeping an eye on where they're headed. Kind of mill about the horses.
So just as you are seeing this palanquin go to the stables and its business, you also see a caravan beginning to form of many different wagons, some covered, some not, and people getting together and talking with each other. There is some bartering. You see some heavily armed people, heavily armed folk. Make me a perception check. All right. So as you are kind of seeing this scene, watching the caravan, and also trying to keep an eye on the palanquin, it is set on the ground. But somehow your attentions are diverted for just enough time for whoever was in the palanquin to go behind a door. After a few minutes of talking behind the door, stuff seems to be happening, and the guard, the escort for the palanquin, is getting horses and getting ready to head north. It seems.
Well, following them out of town on a horse is not the most inconspicuous thing you can do, so I think I'm gonna monitor from here for a bit. And try to see direction, time, stuff like that, and watch from the horse. Paddock is not the right word, stable.
Alright, so after spending some more time heavily focused on seeing the movements of this group, they are obviously trying to be inconspicuous, avoid notice as much as possible, shielding whoever was in that palanquin from sight. It appears that the stables have a side door of sorts, where the main host has gone around and shielded the door from most sight, and the figure has gone on a horse, and they have rushed on their way out of the city, out of the outer city north. Make me another perception. Sadly, you do not see the black figure's scales as you are leaving, but you are certain that this was that group. Make me another insight check.
Did that come through?
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
Your sense of reason and logic leads you to assume that this group was separated from the main body for some reason of significance. The color purple and black scales causes a name to cross your mind. Resmir.
You have that one written in my notes, so I was kind of gonna ask. I wonder if that's Resmir.
Was that the fearsome leader herself of which Frulem's notes spoke of? Perhaps the rest of the cult isn't too far behind.
So have all the personal guard, they all got on their horse and left with, right?
Yes. So it appears that the palanquin had gone to Akin Celeban's yard, which you saw, spent a few minutes brokering some sort of deal, and then from the shadows of the alleyway, you were able to follow it further to the stables where they just took off.
But they went into like a building. right? Or they? Or
Yeah,
you
they
saying
went.
that
They went inside the stables and they went in a little side office and left out a side door.
I want to go in there and see if there's anybody or stuff there. I'm just gonna pop my head in there.
Right, you pop your head in. You see a balding man sitting counting some coin. Oh, oh, what are you doing? Get out of here!
I was just. You got a minute? Because I got a few questions for you if you got time.
He
Business time, you know?
he hurriedly puts the coins away, and he says, "I'll find you some help." And then he hurriedly exits the door, beckons you to follow him, and he brings you to another stable hand. He says, "You got any questions? Ask him. I'm sorry, I have some business I need to attend to." Pretty unconvincingly, walks away to probably count more of his coins.
How, like, from a dollar standpoint, how much, like, gold did it seem like he was counting when I popped in?
There was a good-sized sack sitting on a table, and you saw him counting gold. It was probably a good amount.
I kind of nod at the stable hand, but follow after the man again. Does he go back to the same office we were kind of just in?
No.
Then I'm just gonna try to follow after him and get his attention real quick. Just if I could just have a moment of your time, though.
Yes.
Let me say, I'm not gonna mince words with you because, frankly, it's not my strong suit. If you could tell me a little bit about the last fella that would come in here, I might be able to do, let's say, increase your today's haul. You know what I'm saying? Increase your margins for the day, and I kind of jingle my coin sack.
He has a slight look of fear on his face, but then a second later, that kind of dissipates to a calculating look, studying your features. Yes, follow me. Then he takes you to another little area of the stables that is secluded from the rest, where your conversation may not be over. And then he puts his hands behind his back and says, "Exactly are you seeking?"
Well, all I'm really looking for is a little bit of information about the fella or lady that came through here. The more you give me, the more I'll pay, frankly.
Can't quite call it a lady.
Well, I think it was like a dragon, but I don't know if they have gender in that binary sense, so...
The look on his face is of utter shock.
When I say dragon?
Yeah, when you say
Okay.
when you say dragon, it's of utter shock. I'm sorry. Are you with them?
Well, let's say I got business with them. It was like a whole business deal. I hunted for them, so
He
I kind of
waves
need to
his
have
hands.
a conversation with them.
He waves his hands in front of him. He's like, sorry, I don't need to know. The less I know, the better. He kind of wrings his hands. I mean, yeah, they just purchased some horses and wanted to be on their way and didn't want to be seen. Yeah, they offered good coin for it.
They didn't say anything about where they were going, by chance?
He begins to rub his fingers.
Spend some of that coin, knock.
Yeah, I'll grab, I don't know, a fistful. Let's call it probably in the neighborhood of 30 or 40 coins, because I got big hands. And
Holy shit.
slam those down. I have like 500 gold on hand, and we're about to leave this fucking town where I can spend it. Screw it. Let this guy get money. Yeah, I'll put like 30 gold down.
Alright, he's...
And you yell at Andar for throwing his
In
money.
the woods
Yeah.
of me, friend.
Because he's wasting it, and I'm bribing people.
In the woods that keep echoing in me head. That's not what money's for.
This is literally what it's for. It's buying swords and bribing people. It's not for giving away to a bellhop who was nice to you once. We're overpaying for drinks.
Alright, so the man sees this mound of gold that you are about to give him. He's all, put, here, just hand it over quick. And then he takes it and he says, they weren't too, they weren't too keen on being found, but I did hear the words of some castle and some mirror on the way to Waterdeep. I don't know. I didn't hear a whole lot.
Did you hear the word Norital? Is that the castle?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Alright. Tell me this. The horses you gave them, they the fastest you had, or...
Yeah, they asked for quick horses, but it was more about time being of the essence and wishing to be on their way soon. I just packed some as quick as I could.
Alright. I'm gonna need you to forget all of this happened, yeah? We're both on the same
yes.
page about that.
Certainly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You need anything else, you come find me.
That might come up. And I exit to back out to the street.
All right.
Is the palanquin still there? Or did they, like, somebody, like, take that?
They just like dropped it off.
Okay, so it's still there. Could I poke around in that?
Sure. Make me an investigation check.
Strong suit. And
Alright, poking around, you see some of the scented and more expensive pillows inside, and a bed of comfortable down with the upholstery around it, making it hard to see into. You don't find anything of significance as far as the cult is.
okay. At this point, then, I think priority would be, I know where Ondar was going, even though I was blowing off a day's work to go have fun. I will go to Atkins' stall to look for Ondar.
Right.
Or yard, I guess, not stall.
You roll me a dice, doesn't matter. Any.
Sure.
Ryan's size always matters.
A 3.
All right. Roll me a perception check.
A lot of perception. I'm not good at that, but back to 10. Right down the middle today.
Yep, that is just, that was just enough. You actually spot your group down the street just a ways.
Then I will hasten up a bit to make sure, because I assume at this point they were about to go into town, which would be away. So I put a little pep in my step to catch up to them.
Right, you are able to catch up to them just as they're about to get the gate. Dragon Gate.
I call out and say, "Oi, where are we going? We got business this way, guys."
Oh, we were going to find you, but looks
not.
like that job is done.
I heard Freddie say something, but then it cut out. No. Yeah. We gonna get the horses, okay?
Silver Trail.
Yes, horses.
I
No,
thought it was Silver Trail.
I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, my horse's name is Silver Trail.
Right. Yeah.
I'm sure what he
Look,
said was
Resmere.
hilarious, but I didn't hear me.
Resmere just came through town. We're going to run out of time, but we can catch up if we put boots to the ground here. So where's Ondar? And we gotta go. Like they all getting ground on us at every minute we sit.
Yeah. One, we know. Two, we're already trying to find cover in order to join their caravan.
What do you need? We don't need a caravan. I know they just headed north on a horse. We just catch them that way.
We'll talk to Andra about that.
Where is Ondar?
At Atkins.
Alright, I go back to Atkins.
Follow in quick stride.
Well, besides the last you know, the taxes and well,
Right, so we will go back to Akin Celebon's yard. Up. Alright, Ondar, so you are taken out to Akin, overlooking his yard of freight equipage and everything. And he points you to 3 notable merchants that still need to buy guards. Okay, over there is Lai Anguston. He's a prickly dwarf. Typical, always trying to maximize their coin. That one's Samardag the Hoper, calls himself. A bit naive, you might be able to find a very good price with him. Over there is... over there is Edelry Lul. It is a moon elf, quite exacting in her expectations, but fair coin. She does good business.
Begin by approaching the elf.
Ekin will take you over. We'll make introductions. Miss Lua. He turns around as she is kind of petting the horse. Yes. May I introduce you to an acquaintance of mine?
I will interrupt him and introduce myself in Elvish as Ondar Stillhawk from Tether.
He smiles at that. Akin. Ha! Oh. Seems you are well acquainted. In any ways, he speaks to her. I will leave you be. I give my regards to this man and his company. And then walks off.
Continuing to converse in Elvish, Ondar will tell her, I have been led to believe that you are traveling with a caravan to Water Deep, departing today or tomorrow, I believe.
She responds in Elvish the same. Yes, transporting exotic wood from Cholt. Going to Waterdeep. You a mercenary? Guard?
I would offer my services and that of my companions as a guard, yes. For a fair price.
So, Alright, she looks at you and closely inspects you, seeing the armor that you have and your shield. You a paladin?
I am a worshiper of Torm, yes.
Good. What can you do? You ever gone on a caravan before?
In fact, I have. Previous to this sojourn, I was with the caravan traveling from Tether. Perhaps you've been through there yourself, coming from Chult, headed towards points out east. But I was waylaid, and now I'm traveling to Waterdeep and offer my services and that of my companions. We are all very good at what we do.
How many?
There are 5 of us, one of which is an excellent archer and would provide a means of providing food, so to speak, on the journey. She herself is an elf.
Don't need 5. Maybe 2 or 3.
Well, perhaps you would allow myself and my friend Nock to join as your guards then, and Freddy, who could provide great entertainment along the way. He is a very well-renowned bard.
As she is kind of tightening the straps and everything, working the whole time, her attention's certainly on you, though she is listening very closely. That would work for me. Go ahead and make me a persuasion or athletics check, your choice.
Well, it's going to be persuasion, no doubt.
Do I see Ondar?
No, you are all at this time traveling to the gate before Noct. I'm kind of doing this in little parts.
Okay. Because oh, never mind. I was gonna say I would have casted guidance, but he doesn't need it.
Nat 20 number 2.
There we go. So she stops what she's doing and turns around with hands on her hips.
All right,
Looks-
so imagine this. The wind is blowing. Ondar's long golden locks are waving in the wind. He smiles, and there's a bling.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Oh my
That's-
god. Like the Fabio of D&D.
That's gonna get.
Oh my
Gonna
gosh.
That'll get clipped. All right. So her hands on her hips. She looks you up and down one last time. Tell you what, I'll hire you as a bodyguard for how does 10 gold per 10 day plus food and living expenses. You and this knot.
That sounds fair.
The rest of your companions are willing to join, though I'm not paying them.
Well, I shall check with the other travelers to see if they wish to hire them. You're not averse to that, are you?
No, I got what I need.
Yes, you did.
And then
Smile.
she holds out a hand to seal the deal.
I shake her hand and then kiss her on the backside of her hand.
Gosh.
Hey,
She has
he didn't take a vow of chastity, y'all. All right.
About to get weird on this trip.
She lets you do it, but she also kind of pulls her hand away in irritation, though as you walk away to continue your business, there is a slight smile playing.
There can't help but be. I mean,
Put a little wiggle in your walk as you get away.
the
Gosh.
beach is over
And
there.
she does one of those things where she's tying down the straps and like pulling on them while she's watching you walk away.
Oh, it's gonna get weird. Yeah. I will stop at this guy. So Noct and I have jobs for gold a day, basically. There's a fair rate.
Now, see this kind of little fatter man, looking happy as can be, for no apparent reason. He's got a few wares, some crates filled with straw, and you're not certain, and he's just kind of lounging around, whistling to himself as he's moving stuff to him.
Greetings, good sir.
Ah, hello.
I have been told by Master Akin that you are traveling with a caravan to Waterdeep leaving either today or tomorrow.
Yes. That's true.
Are you in need of any guards or companions on your travels?
Oh, yeah, I guess I am. You want to get hired by me?
Well, I'm actually going to be working for the elf over there, but I have several companions that are seeking employment and would be more than capable of providing you protection and companionship on this journey.
Ah, that sounds wonderful. And then he picks up one of his crates, and you hear it as he sets it down in the cart that there is some sounds of like fragile porcelain. Doesn't break, but there's certainly some noise to it. How many are they?
Well, I have 3 companions that would like to attain employment. One of them is Freddy the Bard. Obviously, you've heard of him. And Ureva and Hawkeye. Ureva is a very famous archer and woods lady who could provide great nourishment to you on this trip.
Ah, Freddy! I actually have heard of Freddy. Oh, he's a wonderful, wonderful. He strings quite the lute.
Yes, he does.
At this time, I would say probably the rest of the party. You arrive at the outskirts of the yard. I got you guys on the map now. Here we go. Freddy,
Just
he
in case.
travels?
He does. Yes, he is seeking glory and riches and fame, and where else to go but Waterdeep.
Ah, that would be wonderful. I'd love to have Freddy. And then he kind of gets a little stern expression, like he's reminding himself to be. Because I should probably meet the others before.
I can vouch for them. They are. I mean, and I smile. They are good people who have no ill intentions and are very well suited to provide protection.
All right, go ahead and make me a persuasion check.
Ting.
Right.
I'll cast guidance on Ondar now since I'm next to him because I walked up.
Right.
Oh, this is my companion Hawkeye. She is capable of providing much assistance on this trip.
Why won't my... Okay. Sorry, my mouse was acting weird.
It wants some cheese.
All right, so just as you are in this negotiation with Semardag, the rest of your companions come.
And the rest of my friends.
Ah, yes. Okay, Hawkeye, Ireva, and Freddy. Each one of you could roll me either persuasion or athletics.
Jake.
Pretty offline.
I would say,
I saw that.
Yeah.
I don't know if his internet just did a little bit of a nap or what, but
Probably. He's been having.
I did see that.
okay. You said persuasion or what? I'm sorry.
Persuasion or athletics.
I'm gonna guess guidance on them. Shoot.
Well, I'm gonna do.
Who needs to roll? So Freddy, me, and Noct?
I got Freddy. Freddy got a 13.
Oh.
Okay. You didn't let me cast guidance on you first.
Go ahead and roll a d4, Ireva. I'll be added.
There you go.
Noct is with on. He doesn't have to.
Oh.
You
And
just-
then I'll cast it on myself.
Yep. Just
Can I... So instead of persuasion, you said athletics too, correct?
yeah.
Ready?
Either or.
Okay, I'll do, athletics. You said acrobatics or athletics? Sorry.
Athletic.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do the athletics.
Oh.
Wow.
She trips as she comes.
Did you get your?
Yeah, I tripped.
Did you get guidance on yourself?
I did. That's the 3.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, never. Oh, never mind. I didn't.
No, that was your athletics roll. Okay, so you need to roll a D4.
Hey, that's better than a 1.
All right, so Samardag looks at Hawkeye, looks over Ireva and Freddy. Then he walks over. Ah, Freddy, you're looking to be a guard?
Yep.
And these two, you know what? Tell you what, I'll hire you for my sergeant. How does that sound? 8 gold pieces for a 10-day, and then food and living expenses on the road, and then you can be in charge of the others for 5 gold pieces a 10-day.
8 gold pieces.
Yeah, that's the going rate.
Well, what do you think, ladies? Would you be opposed to occasionally taking the heat of battle?
To occasionally
I'm
taking
sorry.
what?
Taking what?
Taking command in the heat of battle?
Taking command in the heat of battle.
And
Here,
then I'll
just
whisper
try it
to
out.
Freddy. I might not listen to you, but like for purposes of getting to go somewhere, I might do it.
I give Freddy a flat look and I say, "You better not have me do anything too stupid, half-elf." But I suppose that just this one time, I may be able to handle it.
Excellent. It's settled then? And Samardag kind of looks hopefully at the 3 of you. So the deal is Freddy is a sergeant. Ireva and Hawkeye will be regular guards. Freddy getting 8 gold pieces per 10-day, and the other 2 getting 5 gold pieces per day. You'll all having your food and living expenses paid.
And then he holds out his hand for him to shake it.
Ah, excellent. I'm just getting my stuff all set up right now. Samardag takes your hand, and then he goes back to putting all of his wares on the cart himself.
Look, we have been employed by the elf woman over there to be her guards.
I pull Ondar over this way and say, "Come here, I need to talk to you real quick. Go away from the guy."
Okay, I just grinned.
Look, I don't know exactly what's going on here, but here's what I do know. About 20 minutes ago, Rezimir left on a horse. So get your shit, let's get after him. And I start making like I'm gonna go to the horses.
I grab him by his elbow. My friend, I thought we were traveling to Nertar. I wasn't aware that we were to slay or capture Rezimir. I thought we were infiltrating their hideout.
That's where she's going. But, I mean, you cut the head off a snake and, you know, the body dies. So we get the number 2 on this thing and we can cut off a lot of bad things that are going to happen.
This snake has many heads, though.
Or if this get more heads.
I only caught like 2 words there, Fred.
Bar chat.
Check the bar chat Discord. Writing it in there.
Yeah, I got it.
Right, everybody.
Big enough, then it grows more heads.
Make me a perception.
Well, besides
Not so good, this.
8 dice. Oh, everyone just rolls. Never mind.
Hey, good thing we're not fighting because I'm not rolling bad. Oh, you're right.
Wah wah.
Still thinking about having to take orders from Fred.
Yeah.
Can't focus.
She's just hating everything.
Just very bitter.
You said perception, right?
No, he's gonna lord it
Yeah,
over
perception.
you too.
Absolutely. Good thing his internet's bad.
I don't know why to roll the d4 because I mean I did it. Oh. I was like, I casted guidance on myself, but
You're
it didn't
not
roll
you're
the
not doing
D4
the
for
second
me.
part. That second effect is the one that actually does the deep.
Oh, I understand.
Okay.
Catch at the chat there, Jim.
So, Ondar and Hawkeye. You begin to see some humanoids. Halflings, dwarves, humans, you name it. Walking into the yard, carrying crates and barrels on wheels.
We'll
I think
Cap
is
knocked
that
in.
what?
point at them.
Right. Anyone closely looking at these can make another perception.
Cast guidance this time.
Yeah, I'll take. Oh, peeky. Not good at it, but
Wow, Ondire, stop just staring in a mirror.
I probably was.
Another perception check.
We're still looking at the elf lady.
After that nap 20.
Don't forget to add a d4 if you're taking the.
Barry's having trouble getting back in the game, apparently. Where are they going with these barrels and stuff?
Okay, hold up, Hawkeye. So with your guidance, that first one is just doing the concept. That's all it does. So whenever you cast it, you hit that once. That applies the concentration effect to you. Second button, you have to click and drag onto your target. So if you want,
Oh, so me.
Yeah. 'Cause you
Like
keep-
actually drag it on me.
yeah, you keep doing the first one, which is only the concentration effect.
Oh, okay, I got it now.
Buddy's gonna do chin. All right, knocked. You swear that you recognize at least one of these cultists from your time spent in the raider camp. For some reason, there is familiarity in it. You all see them basically just walk over and begin to stalk
I'd
wagons.
pull Onder a little bit more this way, away from the gentleman. Look, I get we're supposed to do the infiltration, whatever, but we're just gonna let their leader walk away. We could catch. I mean, it would not even be a hard ride. We're gonna be the only people on horses heading north.
But wouldn't that alarm them that someone is tracking them?
You mean when they see us coming up on them? Yeah, probably, but it's not going to make a lot of difference when we then, deal with them aggressively.
I see what you're saying. And then these travelers here.
Well, what are they going to know? The
Right.
boss is dead in a field somewhere where we left a body.
I understand. And how many guards did this Resmir have?
4. 4, right? It was 4.
So Resmir had a couple carrying the planquin. We'll say that it was 6, and then 4 actual bodyguards.
Right. Guards were not the ones carrying the planquin. She had people carrying that plus guard.
Correct.
Okay. So then round it up, say 8 then? 8 to 10?
10.
Okay. They all went with
10
her
were
as well?
Yep, 10 were with her. That was her personal.
Okay. So 10.
And you think us 5 can take 10 plus her?
Well, let me just put it this way. If she was second to Cyanrath and we killed him, what's to make you think she's stronger than him? It's not good logic, but it would be Nox logic.
Andar will place a hand on his. Andar will place a hand on Nox's shoulder and look at him and says, "If you remember correctly, I was not fully conscious when you all destroyed Cyanrath."
Well, you were there for a lot of it, though. Remember? I bit him in the face.
I don't think I remember that part.
Maybe you'd already passed out. Fuck. I
think I understand your eagerness to rid the world of such an evil thing, but I think safety would say that we travel incognito, and when the opportunity presents itself later to deal with such a vile creature, we do so.
Isn't that kind of like lying? And we're not supposed to. I thought we weren't supposed to do
that's
that.
not lying. That is, Thorm tells us to understand that. I will look him square in the face, and I will say that you have to be smart in the way that you deal with evil.
Well,
in other words, don't
I'm
be
not-
lawful stupid.
Like that joke. I guess I thought we were supposed to, put an end to evil before another
Seek not
town
only
gets
courage.
burned.
Seek not only courage, but also wisdom. And remember that stupidity and courage are cousins.
You were gonna have one of those for every argument I have about going and hunting down this lady, aren't you?
I unfortunately will, yes.
All right, but I want it on record that I wanted to go kill her now. So
I understand completely, my friend.
well, go grab our shit and get on the caravan then.
Right. And you're making coin on this trip. You should be happy about that. You're getting a gold piece a day, plus food.
What are we gonna spend that on? We'll leave in time.
Well, we're going to Waterdeep. I've never been there. I've heard it's monstrous and huge, and there are many wonders to behold.
Oh, that is probably true, and it will be nice to see that town. I worry we will not get a long stay if we're going to stay with our cults. They probably don't do shopping days.
We shall see. And I lead him back to the group with a big smile on my face. And I asked the guy, Smardag, when they're leaving for sure and where we're meeting them at.
Well, as soon as I get my stuff, I'm gonna go join the caravan. I think it's setting out 2 hours after midday.
Very well. We must go collect our horses and our gear.
Oh, you got horses. Oh, that's nice. And then he continues to stuff.
I'll go check in with the elf lady and tell her that we will meet her at the assembly point, and I will introduce Nock to her. She's gonna love this. A moon elf and a fucking half orc.
Before we do that, perhaps somebody should let Akin know. Maybe he can get wood back to on Thar.
Right, the names are so close together. Yeah.
they unfortunately.
On Thor, on Door.
You gotta hit the.
And my grandfather, whose name was On Red.
God.
See you guys moving.
I didn't
Our
know if we
hour.
wanted to go talk to Akin. I guess we can go do both, but I figured maybe the girls and Fred would go talk to him about what we know. Shouldn't we be telling people? We should be telling people who can
Right.
get messages to our commanding officers here.
All right. As you approach Edelri, looks at Ondar, and then sees this big half-orc behind it, and her already kind of placid, almost frowning face turn even more into a frown.
I will greet her in Elvish.
Greets you likewise.
This
Still
is my
speaking.
friend. Yes, this is my friend and my companion, Nock. He is the other guard you hired. Do not be mistaken by his appearance. He, like the Shield of Innocent, is a good man, a good person.
But everybody always got to say, don't bother the way he looks. What is wrong with my face?
You speak Elvish? You don't know what I just said.
Oh, wait, did you say that? No, I thought at
I
some
did.
point you switched over to English because you were talking at me.
No, I'm trying to keep you in the dark right now. So.
I don't know if you know this, Ondar, but you have to actually speak in Elvish.
That's true.
Kidding.
Along
There you
with
go.
Elementar.
All right, she replies in Elvish, saying, "You didn't tell me he was a half-orc."
Oi,
I
why are you talking in your weird prayer talk? I don't like that, Ondar. You know that.
I look at him and I go, "She was ill prepared for your appearance, my friend," and I say that in common. Actually, I say that in Orcish.
I don't speak that.
You don't?
I was raised by dwarves. Why would they teach me orc?
True.
It's
I
not
don't speak,
learned by biology.
I don't speak dwarf, so I say it in common.
There you go.
And I
All
look
right.
at her, and in common, I say, again, no, I did not tell you he was an orc because I do not look at him as a half-orc. I look at him as a man. He is my friend, he is my companion, and he is trusted. I would trust him with my life.
Also, if it makes you feel better, I'm mostly dwarf.
That's really going to make an elf feel better.
It's almost better.
She huffs in irritation and just gets up onto the wagon, and then smacks the reins, and she says, "The deal's a deal. I'm making my way to the caravan. Follow me."
We're going to get our mounts, and then we will join you at the rally point.
Understood.
This whole time, I'm also trying to keep an eye on all these humanoids that are loading these wagons over there. Just, glancing at them. I don't want to be thought of as, staring at them, but I'm trying to take in what I can and pick up things like weapons, armor, anything they may be carrying,
You're gonna
on
make
their
the moon
person.
elf lady jealous.
She'll get over it. Bling!
Right. So your perusal of these cultists, that you do know that they are cultists, I'm assuming Nox told you, doesn't show anything too conspicuous besides the fact that all the goods are locked tight and enclosed in crates and barrels unseen from wandering eyes. Not out of the ordinary for various merchants who travel the world, but also the group tends to stick to itself and doesn't chat much with anyone else who is not their own.
So no five-headed dragon symbology or anything like that. Okay.
It is all tucked away. Edelri just turns her horse. Oh, moving parts.
Wow. Fantasy ground
Parts.
community.
Takes it out.
And Knots and I will go find our horses.
Well, we should check in with Akin real quick. We are here.
Yes.
And then we get our horses.
Right.
Last you saw, Akin went inside his.
Knock on that door.
After a little bit of time, hear footsteps approaching, and then the door is opened by the elder gentleman, Akin Celeban. Ah, yes, Master Half-Orc?
Oh, right. So I need you to get a message back to Froome. One, I saw Resmere.
His eyes get really wide and he goes, shh, get inside.
You are a little jumpy about that. Like, it's just Ondar. I mean, this, Ondar, he's okay. He talked to you a lot, right? I mean, you did talk to him, right? This is
Yes.
the guy.
Yes, this is the right guy.
He puts his
Sometimes
his
humans all
hands,
look alike.
he puts his hands on his temple, and he just goes, "Ah, yes, but there is always need for secrecy.
Right.
You understand if people knew all of my connections, my business would probably flounder.
I feel we do not even know all of your connections.
Also, so yeah, no.
Then I am
don't.
doing something right. Anyway, yes, I understand. I've already prepared a message to be sent to Leosin and Onthar.
Alright, well, just, let them know about Resmere.
Resmere?
Yeah, oh, I thought you said you already know. Great. So let me rewind because you got too scared about talking outside.
There is a
Resmere, black skin, not skin, would be scale. Yeah, black scaled dragon. I'm guessing a little bit of a fancy lady. She took off in about probably half an hour or something like that since that happened.
Yeah, probably half hour to 45 minutes.
Less than an hour ago, she and a little retinue of guards took off on horseback, heading up to Castle Neratar themselves. I'm guessing to, plan things before the rest of the caravan gets there. So we have decided not to chase her down.
Pat on the back, nod.
I love that. We decided not to chase.
But if you could get word to the rest of the gauntlet, it might be in somebody's best advantage to know that she's on her way.
A slight frown of irritation crosses Akin's face just as quickly as he gets rid of it. Says, my apologies. This is definitely dire news. So you mean to tell me you saw Resmere, this black half dragon?
Well, I caught a glimpse of her. She was in like a little carry box. A bunch of people carrying her. I guess it's a rich people thing because it was also very soft inside.
And then she looks to you, Ondar, at that and says, the palanquin.
Yeah, that is that what that's called? It was like a box that people were in.
Yes, draped in cloth so that you couldn't see inside.
It was nice.
The one that was here earlier.
Yes. Any more information? Otherwise, I should get this note delivered off quickly.
No, I mean they just whatever happened with you guys seeing her. She went up, got horses, and they took off. Like I said, she seems like a fancy lass.
Thank you very much, Master Haffel. We'll get this. If there's no other business, I will get this delivered off quickly.
We gotta get our horses.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck and Godspeed.
Yes, Torm's blessing upon you. To arms! To horse!
Just
Right.
to make sure that I didn't miss anything when I was on the fritz there, we signed up with Samadog, right?
Yeah,
The hopper?
Samardad.
Samardag. Oh, sorry, Samardag. All right.
Yep.
And he really likes you.
Yeah,
He's
he
like,
really
is
likes
a
you.
fan.
So I'm assuming it's because of my my bardic ways for the past week and a
Yeah.
half or 2 weeks,
Yeah.
whatever.
He's,
Okay.
Yeah.
he's fangirling hard.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
He is happy to have hired.
It's gonna get weird on both caravans.
All right, so Ondar and Noct have managed to cut a deal for personal bodyguards. Edelri, Luel, the Moon Elf Merchant, Freddy, Hawkeye, and Ireva have managed to get hired on by Samardag, Hopper, a naive merchant. After they take a final round of inspection of their equipment and preparation, they set forth out of Celeban's yard, all of the merchants, as well as the cult wagons, getting packed and covered in cloth.
We got our horses, right?
Yeah,
I think that was
just narrating.
Okay. Just
So
making
you
sure.
see
Thank
some
you.
of the cult of the dragon packed with unknown treasure spaced out along the caravan ahead and behind you, unidentifiable as anything other than typical merchants heading northbound. You have gotten your horses and you all have them ready for the journey as well, for the stables have packed and the grand total for stabling
it's like 5 silver a day per animal.
so 65 silver per horse.
Alright.
I'll take that out of your silver inventory.
How much would that be in gold? Because I only have 29 silver.
Yeah, I gotta do some math.
6.5 gold.
Yep.
6.5 gold.
So we'll take 6 gold, 7 gold.
I fixed mine.
And then how many silver pieces per gold?
10 silver
10.
per gold.
Okay,
10 copper per silver.
perfect. Thank you guys.
10 gold per platinum.
Which really, platinum only comes in if you actually carry weight on gold, because otherwise, it's just a lot of math.
Yeah.
Playing one campaign where we cared about that, and we came across a dragon stash, and it was like, there's 6,000 copper here. Like, well, don't. We're not carrying copper.
Right,
Can we
right.
not?
Leave everything, we go top down on money, baby.
Yeah.
Gems first, then platinum, then gold.
I got your
If
total
we have the weight.
for you, Hawkeye. Yeah, one gold piece is worth 10 silver pieces. You could also do 6 gold and then 5 silver.
I did.
I just took off 7 gold and added 5 silver.
And then, do I need to take it out, or did
I
you
got
do it? Because I see it. Okay.
I got it for you. Right. Everybody make me a last perception check.
And then I'll cast guidance, but
I'm busy.
Oh, barf.
Say barf. Well,
I get one nat 20 and the rest of them just decide to fart out.
Alright, so moving forward, whenever you guys are going to make a check, make sure you wait to get guidance, because I'm going to start allowing that if you roll, or if you make the roll before the guidance goes on you,
Oh, you were
So
letting us do guidance for. Oh, okay.
So she can cast guidance on every one of you. I mean,
Right, but I mean, if it's
Yeah.
a simultaneous, then she can't, because it still takes 6 seconds to
Yeah.
cast.
Basically, it's gonna take more.
Um,
It's gonna take more time to retroactively try to figure everything out if we just take it one at a time, do the guidance.
So wait until we see guidance actually come
yeah,
up and then roll.
I do it. I mean,
Say
I don't know
say
where
you're
my
gonna make your
token
roll.
is.
Say you're gonna make your roll or whatever. I'll get your.
Okay.
Should have. If you double click on your token in the combat tracker, it'll center the map. You see it now?
No.
Double click on your token in the combat tracker.
You're just like northwest of the Black Gates on the road.
Hawkeye, in the combat tracker, double click on your token. Working?
No.
Say, to be fair, it doesn't do anything when I do that either, but
Yeah, it doesn't do it for me either. But double clicking on your token in your character sheet works.
right hand one at the top on the right hand side.
Yes, not the one on the left, the one on the right.
oh, yeah, that works.
You are just above
Oh.
the Garen Moore stables.
Karen, more stables. Yeah, all of them now.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, with the guidance thing, it's fine if you roll them all at once, but you're going to want to get that D4 as part of that. So you're going to have to wait for Hawkeye to put it on you, or else you're going to have to roll a D4, but we got to know what's going on.
Well, I mean, yeah, I understand that,
Okay.
but my point, and I think Nox's point too, was her casting that as an action, right?
Right. Generally, with guidance, you don't get to cast it unless she would have to know we were going to do a thing to cast it. She can't cast retroactively to things we don't understand are happening. So,
Exactly.
like, we're kind of OPing that right now for a cantrip that's like is permanent bless.
Yeah.
That might be kind of OP.
That's the point I'm trying to make. So, like, you guys have to
Okay.
state that you're doing something, and then she would have to, like, in real time, ask guidance on you. So, like,
Yeah, I
when we're,
think that would be better.
when we're out of combat, I'm not that worried about it, because, like, certainly you're not in combat order. You know what I mean?
Sure. But when you're like talking about does Noct notice something, it'd
Yeah.
be weird that she thinks I'm about to notice something and cast a spell on me to help me notice a thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's
Like
a
that
touch,
seems like she's reading my mind, I guess.
and it's a
Yeah.
touch spell, right? So she would have to manipulate herself.
Is it touch?
to-
I don't
I think
remember.
so.
Seems like
So,
it probably would be because it's a cantrip and
So I will definitely do
I don't
some
know.
more groundwork on the guidance just to make sure that we're utilizing it.
yeah.
Anyway.
It's only one person, right?
But yeah, let's keep going.
Right.
Yep. Freddy, so you, looking ahead, actually notice one of the cultists near the rear wagon looking in your direction over their shoulder.
I whispered to my compatriots, the cultists seem to be interested in us. Perhaps none of us are recognized.
Well, a lot of people know you by name now, Fred.
That's true, but they just know me as the Bard. You stand out like a sore thumb. Same thing with Undar here.
Dude, the guy who hired you knew your name before you even got there. By description, he knew you. You got too famous. Hide your face.
Yes, half-elf, hide your face.
Perhaps he is more interested in your appearance than anything else. Maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah, maybe he just wants you to play a cool song. Everybody just be cool and play a cool song.
Still possible, but they didn't know, the cultists didn't know my name, but you two in particular are pretty unmistakable.
Oh, just because I'm a half-orc, huh? It's always going to come back to that with you elves.
Nothing to do with the half-orc. We were told to try to change our appearance before we met up with the caravan, and that did not happen.
Please don't relate him.
All right, you know what? That's a good point on both Freddy and Sauerkraut. We were told that. I have it on my note page. We didn't do fuck all about that.
Well, it kind of happened in a hurry.
All right, and so Ondar and Nox, you both notice Edelri up above. Say, be up here. Cult that is cultist that was kind of looking in your direction is right. Hammerdag.
I'm going to spur my horse and join my employer.
Yep.
Ditto.
And as I ride by the cultist that was glaring
She's
at
not your
us,
employer, Freddy.
I will grin and smile and nod and say good day.
I mean, I know that, but my employer is also not next to us either. Like, he's somewhere in this caravan group, so...
No, it's down below, isn't it? Sammerdag?
Hey, there he is.
All right, Ondar, as you pass the cultist wagon, he does not say anything in reply, but just kind of watches you go by.
Yeah, I don't link. My eyes don't linger. I just, glance up at him or her and grin and smile and just good day and continue going.
Right.
Divine smite! Ah!
And then I turn around and ship.
Again, trying to take note if he's wearing armor or she, armor, weapon, what might they be?
So this particular cultist is just wearing like regular trap. You do
Okay.
not see any weapons or armor on him. Likewise with a lot. It's telling.
Right.
Right.
They're not traveling like we are with me,
So with your hiring, as part of the caravan guard solidified and the wagons and carts full of their goods, you now step forward and take the first few steps into the long journey ahead. It will take around 2 months to reach your destination. Waterdeep is a 750-mile stretch of road north. The way forward isn't so dangerous, but nonetheless it is always a good idea to hire out for protection, as dangers will always present themselves to those unprepared. Faerun is home to many creatures and monsters. The walls of the great port city dwindle down to just shapes on the far horizon while your horses walk beneath you, carrying you forward along your quest. The sounds of the caravan thrum with the road, merchants and their company exchanging tales and stories, legends and gossip, wishes and plans, and occasionally utter silence by the many various personalities you travel with. As darkness begins to descend upon the landscape, the noises dwindle down to hushed conversations and the rattling of wheels upon the dirt path. Oil lanterns are lit and hung from the sides of wagons. You each sit in your saddles with the apprehensive knowledge that you have successfully struck out in pursuit of the cult, but also that there is much time between here and Waterdeep where your contracts of employment expire. Who knows what trials will present themselves along the way. And this is how we will end the session. Hope you guys
Ondar
liked
gets
it.
stabbed in his sleep.
No. I actually really liked that. I really enjoyed that session. You guys did as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was fun.
Despite the internet issues, I still
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
One day you'll be back to normal.
Yeah, because it'll be a few months, but yeah, one day.
So thank you so much for showing up, guys. I will see you next Monday, same time, 10 a.m.
Excellent.
Session 3.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Till next time.
Happy New Year's, fellas.
Happy New Year's.
Happy
Same
New Year.
around.
All right. Thank you so much, anyone and everybody that has tuned in, for being a part of these live sessions. I certainly enjoy seeing people come and go, as well as those who are active in chat. Be sure to check out next session of Hoard of the Dragon Queen, Session 3, next Monday, 10 a.m. I also play a 4th edition game in the Scales of War Adventure Path, playing on Wednesdays. Our next session is supposed to be next week on 9:30 p.m., I think, Central Standard Time. Make sure to check that out. Also, if you have missed sessions, you can find them on my YouTube channel. I'm slowly getting them edited and put up and everything. YouTube channel found in my About Me below on my Twitch channel. Also, follow my Twitter, join my Discord. I got a community growing in there. Discord is actually getting a lot more active as of recently. I got this cool encounters format going. It is a shorter, epic boss fight. It'll be open to Discord members. But for now, the last call has been said, and adventurers are already filing out of the tavern. Go ahead and finish your mugs, setting up for one last pour around the bar. Raise your drinks for a final salute. Until next time, this has been the Tavern League.